been talking to real children, haven't you? You've been talking to real children online, okay? You've been doing this for quite a while now.
I'm just going to give you a quick search, all right?
My darling, I'm not
your darling.
I'm not here to argue.
I'm not
with
your
you.
darling.
Did you understand? I'm not here to argue with
No,
you.
you're here to meet a child to have sex.
So guys, 2 Nigerian men and a Nigerian woman and also 1 white man have landed themselves in a big mess in the UK. The woman was preaching on the bus, I think, and the 2 men, the 2 African men, the 2 Nigerian men were trying to have, you know, what mature people are having with one another, like trying to have sexy with those small girls. And the white guy that we're going to talk about him is a white guy who has been pretending, dressing like a woman with different kinds of name on internet and chatting with children, taking their pictures and all that. So let us start. Let me just summarize it from these Nigerian guys first. The first guy is like, you know, he was going to meet a child, and I don't know, maybe the child or the parents called the police and they caught him. He was trying to lure this girl into having that hammering with him. The other Nigerian guy said that he was like, the girl registered herself on the dating site and she lied about her age, because on the dating site, if you are not 18 years old, you will not be able to register on the dating site. So he was also on the dating site. And then he met this girl, and along the way, through their chatting, the girl told him the truth about her age. She told him she was 14 years old, and the guy did not want to believe and leave the girl. Imagine you are chatting with a girl, and the girl told you that you know the kind of country you are. You are not in Nigeria where there is no law. You can do and undo and go free. So immediately, if he was a wise guy, 42 years old, he should have just left this girl. But he continued chatting with the girl, and according to him, telling the police that he did not, he did not believe her, telling him she was 14. You know, children, especially in Europe, the way children grow up, guys. If you see a child of 10 years old in Europe, you'll be thinking that child is 15 years old. So imagine a child of 14 years old, how this child will be looking like. Maybe she is 18, especially if they have real big body, because there are children that really look mature. But as a grown-up man, you have your wife, 42 years old, and this child is telling you that I am 14 years old. What will make you not to believe this child? And knowing the type of country you are into, immediately, if this child said to you, I am 14 years old, I don't think you should continue to be chatting with this child and wanting to meet this child and have anything with the child. So all these guys you see, they will leave Africa. A lot of money. Some of them will sell their land. Some of them will sell their property. Some of them will even sell their mama head in order to be able to travel to the UK, to anywhere, in fact to the Western world, because they believe that by traveling they are going to make it big time, or they want to change the life of their families back home. So now, on reaching the Western world, instead of you to balance and do what brought you there, you are now trying to start looking for women. And with what type of women are you looking for? You are now putting yourself in a situation that you are chatting with children online. And some children, they know they play. I'm not saying that I don't want to believe what these guys are saying, but if you are in the Western world, the law protects children back to back. You have to be careful, especially when you are trying anything on the online dating. You have not met the person face to face, you are just typing. You don't even know if it is a child. And for this white guy also deceiving these children and dressing himself as a woman to deceive these children into other things. Guys, it is what it is. It is not, in fact, it's shockalizing. For us to understand this video very well, let us go first, watch the first Nigerian guy before we go to the second Nigerian guy. Before we go, anyone that comes first, we put it. So let's go and watch the video and then we come. Guys, if you have not liked this video, please kindly like the video as we move ahead. And let's watch this Nigerian guy. He was even calling the police in the UK, my darling. He's calling the police, my darling. Let us watch him, guys, and we'll come back like never before.
Just want to give you a quick search, all right?
My darling, I'm not
your darling.
I'm not here to argue
I'm not
with
your
you.
darling.
Did you understand? I'm not here to argue with
No,
you.
you're here to meet a child to have sex.
Ah,
That's what
yeah.
you're here for.
God of mercy.
Yeah? Yeah. God have mercy. I hope he has no mercy on you.
Are you here illegally? Or are you here legally?
Yeah.
Did you come with documentation when you come to this country?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
here legally.
So you're here legally, so that's fine.
I'm not a bad person.
He was calling the policeman my darling, my darling, my darling. Hey, he said he is a good guy. He is a good guy. He's not doing the things they are accusing him that he's doing. Okay, let's believe, because the reality or the truth is that we are not there and we don't really know what really transpired. Or we don't even know what transpired in between him and that girl. And maybe it's the truth. You don't even know that this person is a child. But the truth is that when you go to a place, I've seen a lot of things in the UK, honestly speaking. You have to be very, very careful. Because if you think you want to do anything, because there are some men, the truth also, if they see a child, once they see that child is serving breasts, whether they want to think is a child, once their Johnny just come, or how do I say, tells them that we want something, you can hear it from the police. You are here because you want to have sex with a child. You understand? So you just cannot just carry yourself from Africa. You came to look for something in the UK. Yes, it is normal that a man or a woman will look for a companion. But when you are looking for a girlfriend or you are looking for a boyfriend, you have to be careful, because children in Europe look mature. And I'm asking myself, is it that they are tracking this man? Or I don't know, how on earth is he coming to meet a child? And from nowhere, the police appear to arrest him. Now, see the way, they are not going to look whether you know or you don't know. Nobody, in fact, they will never, even if you want to claim that you don't know that this child is a child, the reality remains, the truth remains that that will never be an excuse for them to leave you or see you as an innocent. That is why I'm saying that anywhere you want to enter, you have to be careful. Because in the other way around, you don't even know whether they are tracking you guys down. Because you cannot be chatting with somebody and you're going to meet the person and bam. Or maybe the parents jam this girl chatting with this guy and making them to meet this guy so that he will be arrested. Now, what you came to do in the UK, I don't know if you're going to do it in a cell. Or maybe after that, they just take you from there back to your country. You know, guys, in Nigeria, I've seen a lot of cases. I don't want to say only in Nigeria, in fact, a lot in Africa. I've seen a lot of cases that even, like, I've seen videos that even in Nigeria, a 12-year-old child is forced into marriage. Nobody says anything about it. There is no law that protects children. So a lot of men, I've watched even a Nigerian girl on IG that I see a child of like 12 years, 11 years is pregnant for a man of maybe 30 years old. Nobody cares. Nobody arrests this man. So when now you have opportunity, you come to the Western world, you still have that mentality thinking that it is like that, the way things are done back in Nigeria. No, here is different. Africa is different. So anywhere you want to move, you have to be careful. You have to look. Don't just go looking for women where you are not supposed to go. Let's watch this. We'll watch this Muzungu first so that at least we'll balance it. Let's watch the white guy who pretends to be a woman and be chatting with children online and with different names. Let us watch him and we come back again.
You've been talking to real children, haven't you? You've been talking to real children online, okay? You've been doing this for quite a while now. You do a hell of a lot of grooming to get them to be friends with you. But then you turn, don't you? But you've also been sent indecent images, haven't you? From children.
To older lady, yeah.
No, you've been sent indecent images. Yeah. You what, say? You delete them. Okay, but why are you sent these images?
I've always asked them first.
While you're dressed as Penny and speaks to this child, that is what we all have a problem with, and that is why he's happy, because we've caught you. He is.
He's for us.
He's just sent pictures of his penis to a child. That was David Griffiths. He obviously goes as Penny Price, Mabel Mint, and Delight. That was the names that we got him for.
His own case is worse. That is the reality. Why is his own case worse? His own case is worse because he is the real pedophile. While the other Nigerian guys, as you can see, they don't, maybe they got no idea that these girls are kids. But this one, his main purpose is to dress like a woman. And he knows exactly that the people he's chatting with are children. And that is his own goal, to lure these children into doing things with him. Like sending him indecent pictures from these children. Guys, can you imagine that you are at home, you don't know what your child is typing with an elderly man? With an elderly man somewhere, typing with these children. Promising them, this kind of people, they promise this kid a lot of things. And imagine is a man who is dressing into a woman. This type of people, I'm sorry to say this thing, they don't even, in fact, they are supposed, this prison is supposed to be their home forever. So you see, a lot of things are happening with children. That is why I said that when we come, we have to be careful, because people are going to misquote you in so many ways. When you come to Europe, I'm talking now in terms of Africans. When you come to Europe, you have to be careful, because in Europe or even all over the world, because a lot of, like in the third world, a lot of these people are there, these pedophiles and all that, but they hide. So don't let this thing, when you come to the Western world, they are checking, they are protecting children back to back. Don't go online chatting with children, because they are going to misquote everything, and you will now be the one, they are now going to put this pedophile on your head. Just like this guy now, he's doing it purposely. They are sending you the pictures, whether you delete the pictures or you don't delete the pictures. The reality remains that you are dressing like a woman with different names, chatting with children online. Children are innocent and they should be protected. That is the reality. And this type of people, there are many, many. But anyway, thank God that he was caught. Only God knows what he has done to a lot of children, because they said that he has been doing this thing for a very long time. It's not the first time, it's not the second, it's not the third. He has been doing it for a very long period. But thanks to God Almighty, he is now caught. That is another by the way. Now, in another video that we are going to go and watch now, is this Nigerian guy, the same Nigerian. You understand? A 42-year-old man who was also caught with a girl, arrested with a 14-year-old girl online. Even apart, forget the fact that she's 14, you have your wife at home. You are still chatting with small children that you say you don't even believe them, that they are that age. You are chatting with them online. You look for this trouble your own. Because if you have your wife, what are you looking online? Finding a woman. You are not a single man. Anyway, guys, let us go and watch him. After we come back, we watch what happened in the bus in the UK, and then we call it a day. But for now, if you have not liked this video, kindly like the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel as we move ahead.
A child.
She's a child. She's 14 years old.
That's what I said.
And you've just said to me that you could be speaking to others. Have you been bullying these other children?
I've never done that in my life.
Well, you have, because I've got the evidence here.
Sir, I told you. I said I'm just saying that for nothing's sake. I don't mean it.
You don't mean it?
I don't mean it.
So
I told you all my chats.
you don't mean it,
I don't mean it.
but you've already done the damage.
How?
How? Do you think a 14-year-old should be pressured into sending indecent images?
No.
How old are you?
I'm 43.
You told her you were 20-something?
I think maybe it's 24. I think 20. I told you in the dating app, they fake their age then.
Right.
So most.
But she hasn't. Because her parents have seen the chat.
She said in the dating app, if you are not 18, you can't open the app.
Right.
So she says she's 18. That is why I even just said,
Right.
I just sent
but then she told you, when you started messaging, she told you how old she was, didn't she?
I don't believe.
You don't believe?
Yeah, I don't, that's why.
See, you didn't want to say in this chat that you didn't believe her.
I don't believe what she's even saying. I thought it just a phone, so I don't take it
You
serious.
were asking her about being a virgin as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I said you must keep your virginity. If you check the child, I said,
So
don't
if
let
she was an
anyone-
adult, why would she need to keep her virginity?
Each other. That I would just say the same thing because me, based on my religions, I believe in sex. I believe in relationship. First, I believe in a relationship without sex. So that's why I'm preaching on any dating I find myself. That don't allow any guy to have sex with you in a relationship. You must keep yourself.
But they can send you pictures of themselves with no clothes on.
No.
So why are you asking?
That's what I'm saying. I said it just.
It's not fun.
I don't mean it.
This is not fun.
I'm telling my mind.
See your children in there.
Yeah, they're there.
If a 40-year-old man like yourself
Yeah.
was, when your children are 12, 13, 14, if a man of your age was sending those messages to your child, what would you think of that man?
Do you know my intention? I want her.
I don't know. I think I do know your intention.
Do you know my intention? I want her to go and tell her mom.
Did you tell her to go and tell her mum?
No. That's my intention. That's why I was just.
Did you tell her?
I never did that.
You didn't tell her to do that? You didn't tell her? So you think she's a mind reader?
No, this is what I'm saying. She said maybe she's a single, maybe her mother does not have, maybe she's a single parent.
Right.
She's not with her mother. So
she's a vulnerable child, is what you're saying?
No, maybe she's the father is not stable.
Right. So she's a vulnerable child. So you've groomed this child, told her that you was going to look after her.
No.
You never once. You said you lived here with your brother. You didn't tell her that you had a wife and children.
I said it to my brother.
Yeah. You didn't say you had a wife and children to her.
No, she didn't. Anybody I did.
Could you ask her to be your girlfriend?
I do. That's what I say. I did that for fun.
So
I don't mean it.
But this is what I'm saying to you. You're not getting what I'm saying to you.
I understand what
You are damaging children by talking to them in this way. Mentally.
Okay, let's see. I never mean that.
You're abusing children mentally.
I never mean that.
You didn't meet the
I
child.
don't mean that. Seriously.
So yo guys, that is one of our Nigerian brother again. This thing happened I think 6 months ago, but I'm doing the video today. It is what it is, guys. They can never get old. So now, what I don't really understand from this my brother is that, okay, the child told you that she is a virgin, and then you are telling her to keep herself till when she's getting married. As a married man, I used to say Labruski. As a married man, you are telling a child, leave your virginity till you get married. At the same time, you are chatting with this child. You even want, according to what I heard, if I didn't hear it mistakenly, she has even sent some indecent pictures to him. And then now, you are telling her to leave herself. And what are you doing with her? What do you want from her? Okay, you just want her for marriage and you want to stay with her and be chatting with her, or you want to date her for you to marry her later, or what are you on the dating side? What are you doing on the dating side? You found this girl. Is it to tell her to keep herself as a virgin? I don't believe this is his story. Even though I have some little pity on him, because maybe really deep within him, he didn't know that this girl was 14 years old. But immediately she told you that she's 14 years old. And when she told you she's 14 years old, you still insist. And you are still chatting with her every day. And in the other hand, you are saying, you are telling her to leave her virginity for herself till she gets married. So what do you want from her? You understand? That's why I say, where you are not called into, stay where you are. Because there are some unnecessarily troubles that you begin to find for yourself. And you will now start to explain. You will be explaining, and none of your explanation is going to save you, brother. Anyway, I did not really check to see what his case, but at the end of the day, he was arrested. And now you can hear the police saying that he's taking advantage of the child because the mom is a single mom and whatsoever. My brother, may God help you people to be out of this thing. But for those of you that you are still planning to come to the UK, or those guys that are in the UK, African men, if you are looking for a woman, I know it's very difficult to find a woman in Europe. It's the reality, it's hard. But despite the fact that it's difficult, go to where your people, go to the club, go to anywhere, you will find women there. Instead of you to sit down online and be chatting with underage children, for your own sanity, for you to save yourself, because some of you, your wives are back home in Nigeria. You feel like if you bring your wife with you in Europe, the wife will leave you because you always want to take maybe advantage of that woman. That is why you prefer to keep her back in Africa, and you'll be going there once in a while. Some of you will go maybe once in 3 years, once in 2 years, once in whatsoever age. So here you will be in Europe, country is also catching you, and at the end of the day, you are also looking for a woman to hammer. And a lot of people will be wondering why it is so difficult to get men in Europe or get women in Europe. Guys, in fact, I'm in Europe, but even if I say, some people will still be against it, but the reality remains that some of our brothers, they are not sincere. I'm sorry to say this thing. And some of our sisters, they are not sincere. So it's hard to see man or woman for our people here in Europe. Even some of the men, they will have the woman here in Europe. They will have even African woman here in Europe with children. They will still abandon that woman to go to Africa to get married. When they come back here, that woman that they have in Europe, they are not together with the woman. Now they are going around to look for another woman. They will get another woman. They will impregnate another woman. Anyway, that is by the way. We are not here to talk about that today, but it is what is happening in Europe. Now, before we call it a day, let us watch this story on the bus, and then we close for the day.
All right. So, guys, last week, I was on a train going to London. Let me tell you that some things that you think it is normal in Nigeria is not normal in this country. And you need to know. And you need to tell anybody that is living in Obodo Yibo so that they will not enter trouble. One Nigerian woman, they don't arrest them. Police don't arrest them now. I'm going to play the whole video for you. Just pay attention and watch to the end so that you can learn. So, I was in a train. This woman started preaching. Not be the preaching, but the problem. He was saying that God has told her that the fire of God is coming down. That's what this woman was shouting. And that the fire is going to consume everybody. That she is seeing fire. How can you be saying that you are seeing fire in a train where they say, do not smoke? They talk straight for train. You cannot vape or vibe or whatever thing that they are saying. Anything fire or you no one use here. This woman continued to shout, there is fire that is coming. Before I know what did happen, the man where they drive the train can say, please make nobody smoke cigar for this train. No, please, they know this. He speaker for English, you don't speak like this. Wait now, make I play the video, give you. Just watch, make you see.
Who will escape? Say, knowing the terror of God, we pursue all men to know God. And pursuing you and beg and pray to know God, to find God. It's gonna be terrifying. That God's mercy is here. God shows us mercy. And that's why you're hearing my voice. To warn you, to see God, to know God for yourself. It's for yourself, it's for myself. But God loves you, and He doesn't want us to be consumed. God is a consuming fire. But he doesn't want you to be consumed. That's why you're hearing this voice. So repent today and change. And accept Jesus into your life. Jesus died for you.
Okay.
And that death he died for
You dey hear them?
He said
Before I know what did they happen, baby, who they drive the train, they already involve police. Before we they come up for the next train station, police don't catch this man. Preaching now they preach. See him now, make you see him. If you think a joke, I did joke.
Can you tell me what she's...
You dey see him? You dey see him? That tells you that there are things you... How can you be saying you are seeing fire? Fire! That thing is something that feels like you are putting the life of people at risk. I bet we dey careful. Oh. This our religion, we dey careful. The other person will be healthcare assistant. They say make you take care of a person. You go begin to preach to them. They tell them make you accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior. That is lack of professionalism. You didn't go there to preach. You went there to take care of somebody. Keep that your religion, no? I'm advising you guys, so they don't carry this woman now. Now the woman now go come start to display, say the fire that I mean is the fire of God. Oh, you don't know fire of God, oh. Wait till you know that the fire where they burn people. But share this.
So yo guys, if you go to Rome, if you travel to Rome, or if you are in Rome, you have to behave like the Romans. In Nigeria, you can shout. You can do whatever you want to do. You can wake up early morning and start shouting in your compound. Or you can wake up and put your speakers and wake the whole town. Nobody will do you anything. You can, when you are traveling in Nigeria, I remember those days, you will get angry. Because somebody will just enter the bus and start preaching even when the bus is moving. Like 30 minutes, that person will be moving with you, shouting. Some will be selling some fake drugs in the bus. It is allowed in Nigeria to do that. Nobody cares. But you cannot carry that mentality and come to the UK. Because in life, you don't force people to do what you are doing. Or you want to force people to be who you are. Because a lot of people believe, their belief is in their hearts. A lot of people don't even go to church. So you see, in Europe, in the UK, it's not allowed that you should be entering inside bars and be shouting, telling people you see fire. That one, you hold it back in your country. When you come to another country, you have to respect. You have to respect boundaries because somebody cannot enter a bus going where they want to go. At the same time, they don't have peace. You are busy telling them they have to repent. Are you God? Telling them God will whatsoever will send fire. Their sins are going to finish them. No. Keep that to yourself. Nobody wants it. Respect boundaries. In Africa, a lot of people don't respect the boundaries. They just interfere in everything. You want to force somebody to accept God? I think anything that has to do with religion, it should be private. You should want it within yourself. Nobody should force you into anything. So anyway, guys, that is my video of the day. And if you have not liked the video, please kindly like the video, comment, say what you want to say, tell us your mind, tell us what you think as we move ahead. Kindly subscribe to the Black Beauty TV and share this video. Thank you so much and God bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Mali Pulo coleata.